Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Krista and I'll be doing your July 2019 general reading for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So I hope that you enjoyed your June 2019 general reading. This is a general forecast for Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, and Taurus Rising signs for July 2019. We're going to use the Good Tarot deck for your main spread today. 5 cards, bottom of the deck energy, and I'll probably get a qualifier card for any question that I have about your spread. And then, of course, we'll get jumper cards from the other oracle decks here. All right, so messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for July 2019. Messages, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, July 2019. All right, Taurus, let's get your 5 cards out. Look at the bottom of the deck for general energy for the month and see what you can anticipate. Ooh, starting out beautifully with that nice, healthy Magician. Yeah, I mean, you have something available to you here that you're being asked to put into practice, to really make a decision around, especially if you already feel comfortable about something or if you feel as though you're really used to already doing 2 things at once or juggling something here. It's definitely time to put thoughts and beliefs and ideas that just don't work for you to bed, okay? We just want to put that to rest because you do have a lot of really positive, I consider potent energy with the Magician and the World here, sort of at both crowning and then at your foundation here. So I just think maybe the big picture could be a very positive way for you to come into the month of July, at least from what I'm seeing here. Bottom of the deck energy for you, as you can see, here's the beautiful Queen of Pentacles. This is generally speaking another person. This could be another Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Taurus, you could have Capricorn or Virgo, or even be a double Taurus. In your own chart, if that's the case. This is just doubled up energy. This is just you really putting in the hard work. This is someone who, you know, knows how exactly when and how to plant the seeds, when to water, when to prune, you know, when things can be expected to, you know, come above ground, when they can be expected to harvest. So this is really extraordinary knowledge about seasons, about nature, about natural cycles. And it could also be about your own finances. This is a very developmental energy with the Queen. All the queens are sort of mastering this effort, but it's really more about receptivity. It's the having things in place and knowing that there is a receptive quality to doing something. So I think something awaits you, or something is awaiting to be pulled in or accepted by you. We do have the 2 of Wands underneath that. And then, yeah, forgive me, I can't stop looking here. I'm just so curious. And then under that, the 4 of Swords. So after a bit of a rest here, some mental rest, you know, if this is your second 2, right? We're dealing with a couple of 2s, something about a balance, making a decision. Of course, right in the center of the whole reading for you is a pentacle in alignment energetically, right? With our Queen of Pentacles. So something that is fairly well established here, you still may need to make a decision on or decide where to pour your energy. You could be pulled in a lot of different directions if you don't make a decision. And like I said, there's almost like this hidden energy here with this conflict or competition. You know, Taurus, it could just be that you're out looking or vying for or fighting for, right, another job or a position that you really want. And if that's the case, then, you know, big picture, get out of your own head, put away ideas that don't work for you, And honestly, the number one term that I'm seeing here is big picture view. I think you might be a little bit too close to something to see it for what it really is. Let's get into each card. The situation, of course, is your Magician. This is really having everything elementally that you need in order to create magic. As we know, it's really in the sound. It's in the word. So, and because we have the 10 of Swords in your challenge, it's like, what have you been telling yourself? What are you convinced of here? You know, what are you withholding from yourself? Very likely, right? Because there's something that's up in the air here about how to bring something to fruition, how to... I mean, these are combative or stressful cards on either side of this. Maybe this is an internal struggle for you in the month of July anyway, or maybe you needed some confirmation around, no, how do I pull myself out of this combative sense of self or sense of understanding something here? And I think big picture viewing and knowing that you have already the elements of change or the elements necessary in order for you to be a true agent of change here is available to you. Maybe we're going to, instead of, getting that mouse eye view, right? The scrutiny, as this deck talks about, we can get the eagle eye view. We can look at the whole picture here. So the challenge, like I said, is your 10 of Swords. This is, basically speaking, the 10 of Swords is always overkill. It's too much. Something... If you've been hurt, it's like to the nth degree. If you've hurt somebody else, it's irreparable. There's something that there's no going back from here, but it's also the end. Like the 10s are always, it means that it's over. So it's time to let that go. It's time to put that away. Be careful that we don't make those types of decisions or thought processes or even beliefs or values or viewpoints, long lasting. Some viewpoints and belief systems weren't meant to live forever. Some of these things need to change, particularly with new information, right? So this could be part of it. Maybe you do have everything you need, but it isn't what you thought it was. And you need to make some revisions here, or you need to take yourself to task about, what is it that you thought you wanted or that you believed in that believe you're not getting? What do you think you're in competition for here that you're not getting, right? It's, this is an interesting spread. I wasn't expecting this. I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't this though. So the solution, of course, in the center is our 2 of Pentacles. So this is really saying, at least for the month of July, try to wear 2 hats. Try to do both of these things that you're trying to do, especially if it's coming out of the old and into the new, coming out of, say, seeing something really up close to seeing the big picture. I don't think you need to be mean to yourself at this time. You don't need to, cause more division or, self-flagellate or anything like that. There's just the sense of, start small, wear 2 hats if you must, but, get away from an old ideology or opinion or thought process here, because whatever it is meant to go the way of the dodo. It's just taking up, room in your mind, and it just doesn't belong there. It's probably not even healthy. Here in the what is hidden, and I'm so curious about this being in this position that I will look at this in just a moment with another card. In the what is hidden is the conflict. This is sometimes considered a healthy competition. And it could very well be, like I said, if this is on the job front, this could be going exceptionally well for you. In fact, if you have applied for 2 positions and you didn't get the one of them, consider that a blessing in disguise. If you are up against someone else where there is some conflict or division, just remember here, again, big picture. Also that the 6 of Wands that follows this is a victory card. So victory could be imminent here. Try not to stress. Don't go back into old patterns of thinking or believing, because it's small and it's defeatist, right? Here with the outcome, we have the World, the very last card out of the whole major arcana. This is kind of, the way I sum this up is the world is your oyster. You really have a lot more going for you than perhaps you are able to see or able to appreciate at this time. So like I said, you have both crowning and at your foundation, really powerful energies for you to create long-standing, and I would even say, brand new, like something that is exciting, something that could even feel victorious at this time could await you. It's just how you're going to use those energies, how you think of yourself, right? Even if this does have to do with somebody else, please make this more about yourself than about the other person or even the circumstance. We are going to take a look at this Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands in the hidden position? Clarify the Five of Wands in the hidden. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces at this time, but essentially what we're looking at with the Queen of Cups coming out in this conflict position is, if this is a person, this person is causing conflict for you, or you're allowing them to, or you're imagining that they're causing conflict. On the other hand, a victory is available within this situation if you can come to terms with it. If it isn't about a competition, if you're willing to let something go. Again, long-term thinking here, big picture, is going to be really critical for you, Taurus, with regard to, moving away from something old that isn't working for you anymore. Moving away from something that feels maybe daunting or heavy, or like you feel like you are juggling. Maybe you are already wearing two hats and that's exhausting. Maybe you don't want to do that anymore. Maybe that's what's causing the conflict. But it's less situational and it's more motivational. What's in your own mind? What's your own belief system about what's going on? Another way to read with the, whoa, that flew literally on the floor. 1 second. All right, this guy flew on the floor. So we have bat, we have rebirth. This could be bouncing back from something. I really feel confidently here that you're going to be able to let something go, right? This sense of overkill. Thoughts, beliefs, maybe it could even be an old conversation here. Just something that's milling about in your own mind, okay? Whether it actually occurred or it didn't, it could be an imaginary argument, right? Could be real. I don't know. Only you know that. But with a rebirth here, you can set yourself free. You really can get yourself clear from something that feels like an overkill. You have what it takes. You're going to look at the big picture here. This person is, it could feel, if this isn't a person and this is your own personal development, however, I want you to know that what is hidden underneath this conflict is your own sense of compassion. Okay, your own sense of compassion for yourself, for the situation, for some sort of loss, for even having to change your mind about something because of new information. I mean, we don't have any pages here, but I mean, there could be new information. You could be just simply be thinking about something differently. But compassion for yourself and others at this time will help lead you to victory. Emotional and I would say actionable victory. You know, how you actually conduct yourself in your everyday life. And then with rebirth showing up, yeah, you got to set yourself free. You got to get away from something that just doesn't work for you anymore. Chop wood is really letting go of what doesn't work for you anymore. I think that's really jumping in with the rebirth. You know, there's a great deal of humility here with chop wood as well. It's kind of in alignment, energetically speaking, with the Queen of Pentacles here. We just have someone who is, you know, you just want to slow down. You want to appreciate what's really going on. What is the big picture? Okay. Even if this is an individual, say, competition or individual or situation or even, you know, financial dynamic, right? We just want to Creating or submitting to humility at this time will provide grace. And there could be grace necessary at this time because of this, this fiery conflict, right? And then with poised, I think this is in relation with your magician here. I think you're in a far better position than you may be giving yourself credit for. If you've been looking for a sign to move away from something that just isn't working for you anymore, or tying up your thoughts and beliefs, giving you an opportunity to see how successful you can really be, again, within a relationship, a job, whatever this means for you, your own spiritual wellness, your physical health, right? Like, I think you can set yourself free from something. I don't think someone, or even an aspect of yourself, you could be in Taurus with, like I said, a Taurus with Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer in your own chart, right? This is, if that's the case, this is asking for you to, exhibit compassion around this issue, particularly if it is combative. Here with our true love card, this is the romance of a lifetime. So if this is a career or a spiritual journey for you, I would say that this is real. This is true. This is fully of the heart, to continue to go with that, feel confident in that. If this is a love reading for you, and this is a tricky situation and you both need to come to terms with something in order for the big picture to shine through, letting go of something that isn't working here will set you on the path to finally enjoying this true love and vibing back in with that, right? Being able to vibe with that as opposed to paying, say, over attention to what isn't working. And let's get one more card for you here, folks. This is from the Healing with the Angels Oracle. All of the information about the cards I'm using is in the description for the video, as always. And then, of course, to book your own reading, you can contact me with the information in that description. What else does Taurus need to know for July? All right, let's see what's going on. Which one am I getting out of this group here? All right, and your final message is new love. So, you have a lot of love going on for you. I think maybe just with fresh eyes, looking at something differently, right? Big picture. I think there could be a really nice understanding, right? The compassionate understanding, the flow. We are dealing with two queens here. Individuals who are interested in nurturing, sweetness, kindness, dedication, right? Long range planning is really, really important for you here. So let go of something that isn't working for you anymore. Get out of this combativeness by showing appreciation. Recognize that a rebirth could be imminent here. Rebirth is also associated, in my estimation, to Scorpio. So there could be some death and rebirth here. Recognize it's not called the death card, so I don't believe there's stagnation here. It's one or the other. And again, with the two hats, you're either wearing them or you're being called to wear two different hats in the month of July. So Taurus, that is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed that. I loved reading for you. If you're not already, subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos, and comment below if you have a second. Until the next time, take excellent care. Bye for now.